This is week 3 or week 7 of my remade shirt project, and week 3 was good. Week 3, I was really knuckling down on the initial ideas and the developed ideas, and then my final 6. And I think with my initial ideas, I really like because I had made kind of like a little mural of the color scheme I wanted to use throughout in the corner and throughout the whole page. I have my ideas, and I am using tinfoil blankets as a fabric, and I didn't really know how to like get that effect, so you know that that's what I'm drawing on paper. So because I didn't just want to draw with pencil or make it kind of like that, I didn't really want to do that. So I've printed out the print of tinfoil fabric on paper, and then I've cut out where I want the tinfoil on my initial ideas, which was very long. And I think it looks really cool, so I'm happy. But if I could find a more efficient way, I would definitely prefer to do that. But you can really get the effect, and you really know what the fabric is. And I feel like next time I want to, because I had to kind of gauge what the shape is I'm cutting out when I'm drawing. So next time I'd like to just know exactly what I'm drawing, draw on the thing, and then cut it out. So it's like there were too many layers, which I think, too many steps, which I think wasn't necessary. And then my developed ideas, I really liked, because this performance check thing, I didn't really know, it's not really something I usually do, but I quite liked it because I was like pushing myself and I was trying something new. Usually I'll just do something crazy. I'll do like some crazy thing there and there. But this time I had to really like kind of minimalize it, and I had to see like the vision I wanted to portray in something less crazy. And then for this, I was like, okay, I don't want to do the print the fabric and then I have to gauge where I'm cutting out. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna print it on tracing paper. I just did it at home, and I did it, and I was like, I don't really like this either, because you couldn't really see the print because it's on tracing paper. So then I was like, okay, well, I don't want to do the print again. And then I was just in my kitchen, and I was like, I saw tinfoil, like actual tinfoil, aluminum, and I was like, okay, we can use that. So I kind of broke my thing of next time I wanted to make it less steps. It's definitely harder than paper. But what I did actually, I drew, because I already had my drawings all drawn in just pencil, and I drew them on tracing paper, and then I put them onto the tinfoil and I just cut it out. But week 3 was good. I think at school on Wednesday I was quite slow. Like the whole morning I hadn't even finished drawing all my ideas, and then I wanted to try the tracing paper thing at school. I never got around to it. So I was doing a lot at home that week. But overall, I think it worked. This is week 4 or week 8 of the Raymade shirt project. And this week is when we started making our designs in real life, sewing them, and we got all the fabric. And on Monday, I didn't start sewing, but I did cut out all my patterns, and then I cut out all my patterns because I had to modify the shirt because I was doing a zip-up jacket. So I was quite happy with what I did. I didn't start sewing, but I know I'm quite a quick sewer, so I was okay with it. I didn't have all my fabric, which is kind of why I was really focusing on that and not trying to rush and not trying to cut out fabric and sew fabric, because I didn't have my tinfoil fabric, which I went out the day before to find some, and I didn't find any. And so I had my orange fabric, which I used a high-vis jacket, and then the reflective strips from the high-vis. It was a high-vis vest, sorry, or like gilet, like a worker jacket. So I had cut out all my patterns, and I was quite happy. And then in the afternoon, we were doing the portfolios, which I think is really fun because the whole minimalistic thing, this whole like kind of setting a theme, having like a journey through, I like seeing that, and I like kind of presenting the theme and the vision like it's like a feeling. So on Wednesday, we started off the day in the retail and I was just finishing off drawing my final six, colouring them in and talking about them. And I was just finishing up. I was a bit late on that, but I was just finishing up because it was perfect time. And we did the peer assessment, which I got Habiba in our class to do, which was really good. And yeah, I'm very happy we did that. And then in the afternoon, I had all my fabric. I had my tinfoil blankets. I actually had 5, so I was chill. And I had all my patterns. So I didn't start sewing this week, full stop. But everything was cut out. All the patterns there. Everything was cut out like I needed. So on Monday, I'm just going to start immediately. I don't need to do anything else. So overall, week 4 was good. It was like really like, I can really see what I want to do. And I was quite excited. Yeah. This is my weekly journal of week 5 or week 9 of the Raymade shirt project. And this week I really enjoyed because on Monday I had all my patterns cut out. So I just started immediately and I got like a lot done. I did my sleeves, my pockets, and I sewed it all together. I just didn't do any of the like details. But that's fine because I have other lessons. But yeah, I really enjoyed Monday because I was just sewing the whole morning. And I found out with this tinfoil fabric, I want everything cut. Every pattern I would cut with the tinfoil, it was twice because the fabric's really thin. So having 2 of them on top of each other is just easier to sew. And then with the pockets, I got to the point where I was folding and hemming it and it was like 4 or 8 layers and it was literally just like normal fabric. But with 1 layer, I originally tried and just ripped the whole thing and I was like, okay. But then I tried it again. It does work with 1, but I just did 2 to keep it safe. But it still was ripping there, like when you move and stuff. But you can just sew back. And it wasn't that big of a rip, but it is really annoying because it's not actually fabric. But I found that out the hard way. But it still worked. And then in the afternoon, we were experimenting making zips on Photoshop. I didn't really understand why we were doing this with the whole snake and the scales and making patterns and then making like a paintbrush tool. I think it was quite interesting to know how to do the tool. I really like that. But that was basically the whole afternoon. But overall, I think Monday was really cool. And Wednesday, we started off kind of really thinking about what the photo shoot was going to be because that weekend we were going to do them. And I was looking at Raphael Pavarotti, who's a photographer, he's really cool. He's very high fashion and he has really cool filters and effects. He makes like colors pop and things like that, which I really like. And also my thing's neon and silver. So it's very like, bam. And we were looking at Ray-Ban's lookbooks and I could see that there was like a lot of things in the background, but very simple things. Like for example, if it's camouflage jacket he was presenting this lookbook, there'd literally just be like military things behind him. So it's very like, you know what he's selling, which I really tried to do with my one, with my photo shoot. And then in the afternoon, we were sewing and I did the neck and I did the reflective foil. I did the zip. I went out, I bought a zip that day actually in break time. And yeah, so the outfit was finished pretty much. I did the balaclava. There are still a few things I needed to fix, but overall it was finished. Yeah, so week 4 was really cool. Week 4 was really good. I think week 5 was really good. And I think I was really ready for my photo shoot because I kind of knew exactly what I wanted to do.